Sung Jin-woo returns, more powerful than ever after claiming his new class as the necromancer. The young man wears a mask of exhaustion, but a phone call from Jaina shatters the haze, pulling him back to reality. Sensing his grogginess, his sister asks, "Brother, you haven't forgotten today's parent-teacher meeting for me, have you?" This jolts Jin-woo fully awake, and soon, he arrives at school with a polished appearance. He's like a star stepping into the spotlight, leaving Jaina to wonder if this is really her brother. So, Jin-woo puts on an innocent face and says, "Is this so strange? I usually wear workout clothes. But this is an important meeting. I want to make you proud in front of your friends and teachers." Along the way, the female students are utterly captivated by Jin-woo's handsome look, and Jaina beams with joy. She even asks if he needs an introduction to anyone. Knowing her brother is single, she sighs and pinches his cheek, teasing softly, "You're such a handful." Inside, the homeroom teacher praises her as an outstanding student, excelling in both character and gradisa, true role model for her peers. Hearing this, Jin-woo smiles brightly, always striving to give her the best. The teacher shares that Jaina's mock exam scores are high enough for medical school admission. She urges the family not to pile on pressure, letting her grow naturally. As the meeting wraps up, the teacher, fond of her student, adds more. She asks if Jin-woo would support Jaina if she awakened as a hunter. Jin-woo vows he'll never let her risk such a dangerous path like his own. This reassures the teacher. She then mentions something about Song-yi. That afternoon, Jin-woo visits her. At first she barely recognizes him, stunned by his rapid transformation. Cutting to the chase, he shows a photo of himself with Jaina, shocked to learn Song-yi is his sister's friend. Song-yi knows the teacher mentioned something, so she's adamant about skipping school. As an experienced hunter, Jin-woo explains that as a rank E, she can't make a living that way. Joining his team might pay off like before, but that's rare. Song-yi ignores him, retorting that he's also rank E. Frustrated by her naivety, he promises to support her as a hunter, but only if she follows his lead. The scene shifts to the airport, welcoming an unwelcome guest back to career rank S hunter Hong Dong-shu. Jin-chun greets him, but Hong Dong-shu mocks the country as musty as ever, surprised by the association manager's personal welcome. When asked how long he'll stay, he bluntly says he has no desire to linger. Jin-chun knows the real reason: he's tied to the deaths of Hong Dong-shuk and another. Hwang Dong-shu sneers, "I know, drop the act. If it were just about meeting those two, the association wouldn't be watching me." First, he plans to eliminate Jin-woo, as dungeon events stay uninvestigated. If Jin-chun tries to stop him, let him try. Jin-chun insists he's just fulfilling his duties. The scene cuts to Gun-hee and Choi Jong-in, where his team retrieves a sea monster's body. It seems these creatures are trying to fly to new lands, though not far yet a growing threat if left unchecked. That evening, Song-yi joins Jin-woo at a training gate. Earlier he contacted Sang-min for help, and despite being tricked before, Sang-min is thrilled. They realize Song-yi is the sister from that time. Jin-woo apologizes for the bold request, involving outsiders in their raid, but Sang-min doesn't mind. He sees it as a great training opportunity for Song-yi. Gates are popping up everywhere. A fully armored hunter arrives, urging them on. Sang-min introduces him as Kim Chun, a rank A hunter, specialized in defense. This training is for younger members, with Kim Chun as captain due to his rank A status. He grumbles about being stuck with 2 rank E newcomers like carrying dead weight. Sang-min outlines the team: 10 members, 1 rank A, 5 rank B, 2 rank C, and Jin-woo's pair. Jin-woo hopes to show Song-yi the dungeon's brutality to make her quit, but the team is full of strong fighters. For a rank C gate, it's unlikely to scare her. The assistant reminds Jin-woo not to interfere. The raid team enters casually, with Song-yi excited to be led by her handsome brother. But as they step in, Jin-woo senses something wrong. The green gate turns red, radiating terrifying energy. He tries to pull Song-yi out, but it's too late. Only his head pokes through. He asks Sang-min to contact the White Tiger Guild's main force. Hearing about the rank C gate turning red, Guildmaster B Yun-ho is shocked and heads there immediately. Inside, the group is transported to a different dimension of snow and ice, with the gate vanished. Kim Chun realizes it's a red gate. Song-yi asks, and Jin-woo explains, unlike normal gates, this isolates them completely, with no exit except by defeating the boss. Outsiders can't interfere, and monsters are far stronger. Suddenly, an arrow flies from afar. It targets the weakest. A rank C hunter dies instantly, but Jin-woo shields Song-yi. The rank B hunter is stunned. Kim Chun spots the ice goblins too far for Jin-woo to sense their killing intent earlier. Song-yi stares at them like demons, terrified. The goblins gesture threats, infuriating Jin-woo. This is just their grim greeting to the hunters. She innocently asks, "What are they, attacking so viciously?" He replies that ice goblins are ruthless, feared as the white ghosts in frozen realms. Kim-chun organizes the team, warning this gate is rank B or higher. Survival means obeying the strong like him. He can't protect everyone, so lower ranks are split off. Stay put, and it's freeze or be hunted. He promises safety for followers, and the rank B hunters agree. The remaining rank C is pushed away, along with Jin Woo and Song Yi. Time here passes differently. 1 day equals 1 hour outside, potentially stretching months. Without defeating the boss, they're doomed, so he abandons the weak. Kim-chun encourages them not to despair if his group wins, all can return. Suddenly, the rank B girl joins Jin Woo's side, agreeing to go with them. Kim-chun pities them. She tells Jin Woo that Kim-chun missed the arrow, but he caught it barehanded, proving his strength. With her in the team, Song Yi feels less tense. After splitting, the high-rank hunters take the main path, while Jin Woo's group heads into the forest, wishing each other luck. Kim-chun's team finds claw marks, realizing it's bear territory, and mocks Jin Woo for leading to death. They agree he lacks training. Kim-chun wonders why he assumed Jin Woo was leading. Suddenly, white bears attack. The team defends, but the beasts are massive and terrifying. Kim-chun taunts them to survive his provocation. As a rank A, he blocks and shreds them easily, but more charge in. Meanwhile, Hin urges Jin Woo to stop, warning of bear claw marks everywhere. Min argues that entering the forest avoids the intelligent ice goblins. Hin is surprised Jin Woo calculated this. The real issue is the cold. Jin Woo checks his status for warm clothes, sharing with everyone. They stare in awe, as spatial magic is rare even for high-rank hunters. Song Yi asks what kind of hunter he is. Jin Woo acts cool, patting her head. I pulled you into this, so I'll protect you. Just follow my lead without questions. He warns the others not to ask or demand anything. The bears approach. While the others panic, Jin Woo stands firm, activating Defier of Adversity and Assassin skills to boost his stats. Outside, Bi Yunho worries, learning Jin Woo is inside, and likely a second awakening. Hoang Dongshu arrives, escalating tensions. He mocks Bi Yunho for being in his territory. Hoang Dongshu knows details but is unlucky, heading for Jin Woo and stumbling on the red gate. Jin Woo thinks Song Yi is lucky to avoid Hoang Dongshu. Inside, he overwhelms the bears. The others are baffled by a rank E fighting bare-handed so fiercely. Leveling up, Jin Woo notes red gates give more experience. They roast bear meat by the fire, safe thanks to him. Hin calls him strange. Song Yi finds him dashing, especially as he charges into the bear's den with his shadow army and egress. The bears have home advantage and power, but Jin Woo's army has superior skills, backed by mages. It's going well, but reviving soldiers drains MP. The bear leader charges, wiping out Jin Woo's forces easily. Its wide area attacks deplete Jin Woo's mana. He sends Igris, who intimidates and dismembers it. Jin Woo is amazed, realizing he's still weaker than his own general. Witnessing this epic scene, those 3 kids can't fathom how an E-rank hunter fighting bare-handed could be so overwhelmingly powerful. Hunting the bear has propelled the young man to new heights. Indeed, the red gate grants far more experience points. Soon after, they all huddle around a fire, roasting bear meat to ward off hunger. Thanks to Jin Woo, they're safe at last. Jaina sees him as truly a mysterious human. As for Song Yi, on the other hand, she finds her senior incredibly cool. Just moments ago, Jin Woo charged into the Bear Clan's lair for a fierce challenge. Now, it's time for the Shadow Army to join the battle alongside Igris. This marks their first mission. Both sides clash in a brutal frenzy. The bears hold the home advantage and immense strength, but Jin Woo's forces boast superior combat skills. Far above the rest, supporting from behind are the mage units. Everything unfolds smoothly, yet reviving the shadow soldiers drains a lot of MP. Suddenly, the bear leader enters the fray. Seeing its forces wiped out, it rampages alone, sweeping everything aside. Spells fired at it barely scratch the surface. Moreover, it wields a devastating wide-area attack that depletes Jin Woo's mana entirely. Seeing this, Jin Woo sends Igris into battle. He advances slowly, intimidating the foe with his aura of dominance. The bear lunges but misses. The cost? 1 arm slashed by the Shadow General. Igris presses on, stabbing and slicing through the bear leader's body. Jin Woo watches in sheer astonishment. Truly, he's worthy of his reputation. The one who once humbled him. The bear erupts in rage but is beheaded by Igris before it can strike. Jin Woo thinks to himself that even fighting this Shadow General now, he might still be outmatched. He praises Igris for a job well done and orders him to fall back. The scene shifts to Kim Chul, who's in deep trouble. His team is being hunted by ice goblins with no way to fight back. In the end, he's terrified and flees immediately, Under the Ice King's watchful eye, he uses soul summoning to raise the entire bear pack as his servants. The numbers are impressive, leaving the young man satisfied. At least this trip has borne fruit. The scene cuts to the outside world, where 3 hours have passed since the Red Gate opened. The time difference is vast, so inside, days have flown by. The Red Gate's environment is brutally harsh, so Huang Dongsu thinks the kid must be dead. As he's about to leave, he spots Jinwoo emerging, surprised since he's not from the White Tiger Guild. This makes the older man uneasy, but he admits he invited him as a friend. Hearing this, Dongsu turns away, but in an instant, he grabs Sang-min by the throat. He suspects this guy has sniffed out something valuable, which is why he approached Jinwoo. After all, his specialty is spotting hidden gems. Bi Yunho sees his comrade being manhandled and intervenes, demanding he let go. He mocks, asking if someone from this tiny nation dares command him. Tensions escalate as both unleash immense power, worrying Sang-min. These two have never liked each other, so this is just the excuse they needed. Back with Kim Chul, he's returned to the forest, shivering from days without food, wondering how long he can survive. He muses that with proper gear, he wouldn't have lost. Spotting the bear carcasses left by Jinwoo, he's filled with fear. Puzzled why he hasn't encountered any ice bears, he realizes they've all been wiped out. He refuses to believe lowly E-ranks did this, blaming the white ghosts instead. Unable to bear the humiliation, he concludes it's their doing. Outside, after Dongsu and Bi Yunho trade blows, Jinwoo steps in to block them. He urges them to hold back, noting that even before impact, his arm didn't break. But he admits the other is incredibly strong to dare intercept 2 S-rank hunters. Unaware of the suspicions, Dongsu mentions that 2 months ago, he was the one who checked Jinwoo's stats, confirming he's still E-rank with no changes. The other doubts it, calling it just the tip of the iceberg. Such lies might fool others, but not him, it's too obvious. After receiving a message, he reluctantly leaves, calling Min lucky. Sang-min, who knows Jinwoo's abilities best, is certain he'll escape safely. Inside, the trio laughs and jokes without a care. Jinwoo has provided everything they need. Kim Chul witnesses this and boils with anger, questioning why the weak survive while his group didn't. They even have warm clothes, tents, and food. Accusing them of hoarding resources, he approaches. He claims his team died from lack of supplies, yet they're enjoying it all without sharing. From the start, he can't accept that he led them to their deaths, so he shifts the blame. On to the 3. Kim Chul guesses Jaina knew from the beginning and chose to stay. He demands to know the mastermind or he'll cut them down. Unluckily, Jinwoo returns just then, grabbing him by the collar and dragging him away to stop the nonsense. Jinwoo scolds him for being a fool, especially for bringing dangerous guests. As a result, he senses the Ice Goblin's invisibility fade. Suddenly, the entire Ice Goblin army appears. Most shockingly, their leader is here, terrifying the trio. The enemy is baffled to find a gem among the dross. They exchange words, surprising the Ice King. This is the first time anyone's understood his language. Jinwoo is slightly taken aback, and Jaina asks if he can speak monster tongue too. He realizes it's just the system's doing, nothing special. The Ice King finds this makes conversation easier. He mentions his scouts reported a incredibly strong human among them. As the discoverer, he wants to fight Jinwoo, but before he finishes, Jinwoo ends him for daring to threaten them earlier. The 2 powerhouses clash, thrilling the Ice King. He asks why someone not human mingles with the weak, but Jinwoo doesn't grasp his meaning. Seeing this, the Ice King assumes even Jinwoo doesn't know his own nature. He reveals that ice demons always hear a voice commanding them to kill humans, but near Jinwoo, it's silent. This proves Jinwoo's uniqueness. Hearing this, Jinwoo understands they're system-controlled puppets. While he's the player, so they hear nothing, the enemy thinks fighting is pointless and proposes handing over the others. In return, they won't touch Jinwoo. He doesn't agree yet, asking what they really are and why they attack humans without reason. This question seems blocked by the system. The Ice King assumes Jinwoo will accept, but why should he? He retorts, asking if Jinwoo is sure he wants to make enemies, given their numbers. Jinwoo smiles and summons his full army, asking which side has more. The trio, surrounded by monsters, is stunned. Jaina is shocked it's all Jinwoo's doing. The powerhouses exchange taunts before unleashing their armies. When titans clash, the small fry suffer, so the 3 seek an escape. Some try to ambush, but Jinwoo shreds their arrows effortlessly. He admits the enemy isn't wrong to underestimate him. Though immortal, the Shadow Army drains massive mana. In this standoff, holding out seems impossible. Worse, the boss is far stronger. Even with Igris, victory is uncertain. Jinwoo needs greater power to turn the tide. As the Ice King introduces himself as Baran and charges, Jinwoo counters with vexing weapon retrieval skills, but one-on-one, it's not enough. Baran relishes the fight after so long. Suddenly, Jinwoo blasts him with a mage fireball, the explosion jolting Kim Chul awake. Furious at being outmatched, Kim Chul attacks for revenge. Baran finds it amusing but doesn't realize it's Jinwoo's ploy. Igris blocks the view, and as Baran approaches, he faces a new warrior. Jinwoo has logged out the fool to contribute, as he's useless otherwise. He names his new shadow general Iron, since as an A-rank hunter, he's invaluable. Iron taunts to draw Baran's focus. As an assassin type, Baran overwhelms heavy fighters easily. Song-yi watches and asks her sister if hunter battles are always like this. She denies it, saying if she'd seen this before, she wouldn't have become a hunter. Baran grows bored of Iron and demands Jinwoo and Igris join. They oblige, coordinating seamlessly. Baran underestimated Jinwoo, who still hides skills. Seizing the moment, he strikes, but Baran dodges the vital spot. Jinwoo acknowledges his strength, but his minions are weak. Glancing around, he sees the Ice Goblin tribe decimated. Enraged, Baran charges wildly. Jinwoo throws his weapon not out of folly but to surprise, as he can retrieve from afar. Iron locks him down as the mages unleash a fiery barrage. Cornered, Baran roars. Unseen, Jinwoo closes in and declares the end, ordering Iron to finish him. Though exhausted, Jinwoo levels up. Turning, he sees Kim Chul fumbling with the corpse. Jinwoo reminds him to know his limits. Iron, clueless, celebrates the victory. Jinwoo returns to his comrades, announcing it's over. The gate opens, filling them with joy. Outside, they're still waiting, and Bi Yoonho mistakes someone for Kim Chul. But the truth is harsh. Jinwoo and Song-yi are the last to emerge, delighting Sang-min. The gate closes, shocking the guildmaster. Asking about the others, Jaina lowers her head, clueless about what happened inside with only the low ranks returning. Wrapping up, Jinwoo urges his sister to go home but the White Tiger guildmaster blocks them. Claiming fatigue, Jinwoo shows no cooperation. Shoving his hand away, he suggests asking the other two. Bi Yoonho sees the disrespect and shifts to combat mode. With 6 missing under his watch, he demands answers. Jinwoo retorts that he saved the survivors, so if he's responsible, he should thank him. Bi Yoonho hesitates, realizing the truth, and bows in apology. As Jinwoo leaves, the guildmaster asks Jaina why he's so irritable. She doesn't know, as since defeating the boss, his mood has soured. Sang-min defends him, saying he's just tired, not malicious. The guildmaster tasks him with recruiting Jinwoo at all costs. His sister is escorted home safely, shyly calling Jinwoo by name, hoping for future care. Jinwoo is baffled that after such horror, she hasn't given up. On the way home, he pulls out his battle reward, the Ice King's weapon. He tried teasing the shadow earlier, but failed 3 times, explaining his frustration. The next day, Jinho arrives to invite him to work, amazed at his new gear. With Song-yi joining, Jinho is confused by their closeness. He jokes that his boss must have made a move on her. Jinwoo ignores it. Entering the dungeon, Jinho witnesses the Shadow Army in action and is awestruck, asking what kind of beings they are. Jinwoo calls it one of his skills and tells him to get used to it, as there's more wonder ahead. Explaining would take time, so he skips it. After the fight, he lets his minions handle the looting, stealing Jinho's job and leaving him disheartened. Jinho hopes for easier tasks, feeling useless. Jinwoo just wants to speed things up. The scene shifts to a sinking ship, where Jinwoo's father, a powerful trapped hunter, has returned after years, but he's in America. That night, Jinwoo and Jinho celebrate finishing 19 dungeons as promised. Jinho is grateful, as it let him talk to his father. His next goal is the association's theory exam and getting his license. The guildmaster inquires about Jinwoo, who says he'll be busy and unreachable soon. Drunk, Jinho shares his feelings, fearing he's a burden. He mentions his older brother, who despises him despite being family. Compared to that, Jinwoo's support means everything. He wishes Jinwoo were his real brother. Jinho doesn't hate him, so he pours a drink, declaring him family now. Touched, Jinho is overwhelmed. They continue their feast, ready for what's next. In America, unable to verify the man's identity, they imprison Jinwoo's father. He claims he was trapped in a gate for 10 years, connected to one in America, an unprecedented event. They fear he's a human-shaped monster and call an S-rank hunter to interrogate. Hwang Dong-soo, being Korean, can communicate easier. Asked his name, it's hard to pronounce, Sung Jin-hoon. Back with Jinwoo, it's dawn as he bids his sister farewell, saying he'll be gone a week. He reminds her to be careful at home. She thinks he's grinding too hard and going on vacation, even imagining a girl with him, leaving him exasperated. In truth, he's heading to the demon castle to conquer it. His level is now triple what it was against Baran, so theoretically, it's no longer dangerous. He steps through the first floor's door. The system tasks Jinwoo with slaying demons. As the castle is full of them, he must collect 10,000 souls to complete it, What a massive quest. His real goal is elsewhere, so this is just the opener. Whether 10,000 or 100,000, he'll overcome it. The next day, Jin-ho gets his papers and talks to his father, who wants to manage the guild instead of his brother. Despite Sung's plans, his father sees the danger in outsiders and agrees. He's heard of Jinwoo's feats, wiping out Hwang Dong-su's team, the warden killing prisoners, surviving 2 disaster sits, no miracle, it's real power. Recently, with his son, he cleared dungeons to meet conditions. Just yesterday, news from White Tiger about the Red Gate, where many high ranks vanished, and Sung Jinwoo was among the survivors. This confirms his strength, thus his son got the guild license. Befriending someone like that is a boon, so he hands over guild management to Jin-ho with recruitment conditions. White Tiger's efforts are failing, but since his son is close to Jinwoo, it's easier. Jin-ho promises to bring him in, delighting his father. Back with Jinwoo, he's slain many dark demons. They can't be soul-summoned here, or he'd have a demon army. The only reward is access to upper floors. A light pillar appears, inviting him. This dungeon is vast, like a city in a building. The distance is far, so Jinwoo calls his bear for convenience. The leader responds and charges through enemies effortlessly, truly useful, like a tank rolling over demons. Jinwoo is pleased, and names the bear Tank. The scene shifts to E-rank hunter Cha Hyein, reflecting on recent events. After recovering the monster's body, they should announce it, but her guildmaster keeps it secret as the association demands, to avoid panic. It's a sensitive time, easy to spark chaos. Luckily, those horrors won't reach them yet, so it's a chance to recruit strong members before the war begins. For Jinwoo, this isn't an S-rank dungeon, it's too easy. The demons are at best B-rank, numerous but brainless, no real threat. He's cleared several floors. With food and water in tow, he lives normally. He guesses there are 100 floors. Wondering how strong he'll be by then. The 10,000 demon quota isn't met yet. The biggest worry is suppletion planned for a week, but it might take half a month. Most important is his promise to his sister, so Jinwoo pushes faster. After collecting the souls, he faces the boss and summons the Shadow Army immediately. Outside, White Tiger tries recruiting Jinwoo, but he's vanished for a week. Haein and Song Min, knowing his power, are on the task. Asking Jaina, they learn he's on vacation. But investigations show he hasn't left the country or joined raids. Jinwoo orders his shadows to handle the minions while he takes the boss. Igris leads the charge, felling many. Lately, leveling up, Jinwoo invests in intelligence, allowing more shadow storage. Energy isn't an issue anymore, better than the Red Gate. He won't run out mid-fight. Wondering how long the boss will wait, it vanishes behind him in a flash. Unbelievable speed for its size. Jinwoo dodges and counters, sending it flying. His combat prowess has grown immensely. The red demon is tenacious, like Baran before. Taking hits, Jinwoo uses Iron's shield to minimize damage. He endures hundreds of blows, but the boss's illogical agility is the real challenge. Seizing an opening for a finisher, it backfires on the demon. Jinwoo evades and realizes his movements can't fool it. To win, he must lock its absurd speed. He circles and finds the perfect spot. The boss's anger makes it reckless, falling into the trap. Using the smoke, Jinwoo delivers a one-hit kill. Back with Sung Jin-hoon, he's met Hwang Dong-su. Called a monster, he scoffs and warns against nonsense, saying he's furious. Still, he asks how much humanity knows about gates and monsters. He explains it's just the surface. A greater terror lurks, one humanity can't handle. The force behind the worst disaster has awakened. Dong-su is clueless. Jin-hoon's goal is to stop it. Dong-su thinks with all the hunters, it's fine, but he says numbers don't matter. Acknowledging Dong-su's strength, it's not enough. Mentioning his son, Dong-su radiates killing intent, declaring Jinwoo dead and challenging him. They clash, and Dong-su is utterly defeated, causing massive damage in America. With Jinwoo, he's conquered more, leaving even stronger monsters in awe of the Shadow Army. Out of food, he must stop at floor 75, with 25 left. It's tiring, but the rewards are priceless. The beasts drop rare gear that boosts his stats. He needs one more piece to activate the full set. There's also enhancements for his mages and a mysterious key. His targets are the World Tree fragments and 2 rare items to cure his mother. Emerging, Jinwoo's face falls, as he's still missing an ingredient for the life elixir. The last is the purified blood of the Demon King. To get it, he must prepare thoroughly. Grinding in the Demon Castle has skyrocketed his stats and level. Yet, his official rank is still E, making it hard to access top-tier stuff. High raids require a guild, so he decides to drop the act, as it's bound to be exposed. Next, he redoes his hunter registration. The next morning, at headquarters, White Tiger is there recruiting. Hunter Guild Chul spots Jinwoo and calls Bi Yunho to invite him personally. Unaware, Jinwoo proceeds. He sees newcomers nervous about their ranks and feels nostalgic. A staff member says anything above E is livable, making him chuckle. Called up, he states his name and the process just touched the black orb for results. The newbie staff, unfamiliar with errors, asks him to retry, but it keeps glitching, so she calls for help. The experienced one recognizes Jinwoo as Korea's 10th S-rank hunter. It's not a malfunction, his power exceeds measurement. Outside, Choi Jong-in and Jin Chul discuss the feathered monster. Research is dissecting it, calculating based on cells and residual magic. Lately, strange events, like the White Tiger's Red Gate, with an outsider who slew the boss. They ask if Jin Chul knows, but he was there early and left, so he's vague. Hearing the lobby's buzz, Jong-in goes to check, thinking it's high-rank awakenings. Inside, after Jinwoo's unmeasurable power is revealed, everyone is shocked. Only 9 have done this before, and he's the 10th. The director explains the implications. Hun is thrilled, as Sangmin's judgment was spot on. Then, the Hunter Guild Master enters, drawing attention to Jinwoo. Known as the ultimate weapon of fire magic, Jong-in glances at Jinwoo, sensing his immense power, and seizes the chance to introduce himself and invite a meeting. Jinwoo brushes it off, saying he's busy, sparking murmurs. The guildmaster thinks he didn't hear his name, so he asks Jin Chul, who confirms, proving Jinwoo's confidence. By the time he turns, Jinwoo's gone truly elusive. Just then, Bi Yunho arrives breathless, and his friend pieces it together. White Tiger isn't nearby, yet he rushed here, underscoring Jinwoo's importance as the Red Gate victor. Hearing he's left, they're disappointed, especially meeting Jong-in. That night, Jinwoo visits his mother in the hospital, saddened by her condition, promising a cure soon. Outside, he finds Jin Chul, who admits Jinwoo exposed his poor judgment. His role is monitoring hunters and enforcing discipline. Jinwoo asks if he's under surveillance now, but Jin Chul says no, as they can't control S-ranks. He's here to arrange a meeting. The association chairman approaches, shocking Jinwoo. Not your average leader, he congratulates Jinwoo on his S-rank confirmation, assuring multiple checks. This meeting facilitates their approach before he joins a guild. Many strong hunters avoid them, lured by money and fame. The chairman is among the few top A ranks in the association. Straight to the point, he wants Jinwoo as a key member, offering a high position, explaining that true protectors aren't the government, but hunters guarding against monsters, with the 5 major guilds at the center, barely maintaining balance. If Jinwoo joins one, it tilts everything. The association is the 6th force to keep equilibrium. Thus, his joining is ideal to pressure them while preserving stability. The chairman thinks he'd make a great successor. Jinwoo sees the appeal a secure spot in the association. Beyond government and media, no one rivals the chairman's influence, and his power is terrifying. A one-on-one with him is risky. As Korea's first S-rank, even at 80, he's ripped. Accepting could change Jinwoo's life, so he politely declines, and the chairman assumes it's for money. But no, Jinwoo wants to conquer dungeons, his true path. His gaze convinces the chairman of his sincerity, stirring old emotions. He wishes he were younger to join Jinwoo, but it's not possible, so he lets it go. Jinwoo excuses himself for his sister. Watching him leave, the chairman recalls S-rank healers failing against aging, yet feels youthful vigor. He cancels meetings to savor it and agrees to drinks with the director. Jinwoo thinks the association only handles D or E-rank dungeons, while he needs to level up fast for his mother. That's why he refused to keep growing. The scene shifts to America, where Hwang Dong-soo wakes after being thrashed by Jinwoo's father. The deputy asks if he's really a monster, and Dong-soo confirms. They're hunting the man, but doubting they can touch someone who did this. Dong-soo is humiliated and vows revenge once prepared. His father warned that harming his family means no escape, even in death. For an S-rank to be threatened like that is a deep shame. Jinwoo is shopping for high-grade gear, as the hunter market is booming with auctions. The prices are steep, giving him headaches. Stores lack what he wants, so selling items for funds is key, but as an E-rank, it'd raise suspicions. He needs to fake evidence from an A-rank gate. Luckily, a raid ad pops up. The next morning, the chairman sees Jinwoo's old photo and is shocked by his transformation. Jin Chul shares his family struggles: mother ill, sister in school, Jinwoo's income vital, yet he joined a hunter raid as a minor. On the road ahead, it's impossible, so he has to let it go. Jinwoo excuses himself to head home early, as his sister is alone. Watching his figure fade away, Mr. Gunhee remembers the deep disappointment of realizing even an S-rank recovery hunter can't defy aging. Yet, now, it's like the fiery spirit of youth is surging through him once more. Deep inside, he wants to cancel all upcoming meetings, not wanting anyone to disrupt this emotion. Even if the department head suggests a drink, he agrees at once. Down below, Jinwoo quietly thinks the association can only handle D or E-class dungeons, while he must level up quickly to save his mother. This is also why he turned down the offer, that invitation, because he can't stay stuck when he's still growing. The scene shifts to America, where Hoang Dong-shu has woken up after being beaten by Jinwoo's father. The deputy director steps in to ask about the man named Sung Jinwoo, wondering if he's truly a monster. Hoang Dong-shu bitterly confirms it. Right now, the management bureau is trying to track down that monstrous man, but they're unsure if they can touch someone who left him in such a state. Hearing this, Dong-shu explodes in shame, seeing it as a total humiliation. Before, Jinwoo's father had threatened him, "Try touching my family, and death won't be your escape." For an S-rank hunter to be threatened like that is utterly degrading. So, he's determined to seek revenge when he has what he needs. Meanwhile, Jinwoo is shopping for high-grade gear, as the hunter world is booming and weapons are up for auction online. But the prices are steep, leaving him frustrated. He needs to prepare fully to conquer the demon castle. In the stores, nothing quite catches his eye. The best plan might be to sell some items for cash to buy gear. The issue is, people will suspect how an E-rank like him has rare items. So, he needs to fake evidence at an A-class gate. That way, when he sells, no one will trace the origin. Coincidentally, online there's info about recruiting for an A-class dungeon raid. Perfect timing. The next morning, the chairman is shocked looking at Jinwoo's old photo from last year. He's changed so much, no longer the innocent kid. Jin Chun adds details about the family. His mother is gravely ill and unconscious. His sister is in school, so Jinwoo's income is their only support. How on earth did they hear that he's just joined a hunter's raid, but as a support role in the dungeon? At the same time, Jinwoo has been accepted as an E-rank worker. In large-scale raids like this, tasks are clearly divided. The attack team just eliminates monsters. The rest is handled by non-combat members. Choi Jong-in is leading the charge. He calls everyone to fall back so he can hold back, keeping the monster corpses valuable for sale. He reminds the girl with the keen nose to watch the scents carefully, or she might get sick. Later they return, surprising Jinwoo a bit, though he knew they were strong. They're incredibly strong, but conquering an A-rank gate without a scratch? That's downright terrifying. Plus, it notices the woman who is the mother of Hai-yoon. Her aura is absolutely chilling. It wonders how many like her exist in the world. She senses someone equally mighty nearby, but when she turns, there's no one. It feels just like a visit from Chairman Go Gunhee. But that intense presence vanishes in an instant. The mining team dives into their work. Sung Jinwoo is eager to test the A-rank gate boss's strength, but then someone bumps into him. Seeing he's a rank-E, the guy thinks about picking a fight at first, but one look into the young man's eyes makes him back off in fear. Later, watching how Sung Jinwoo works, he's even more shocked, a rank-E like that, working like an unstoppable beast. During the break, Sung Jinwoo proves his worth and asks for extra shifts. But really, it's just to sneak a peek at the boss. He's thrilled, wanting to use this hour to stir up some adventure. Spotting the boss's room, he's dying to take it down, but he can't. As the gate starts to close, he thinks a quick slash would do, but before he can act, Cha Hyen appears. Cha Hyen shows up, asking what the young man is up to. He's stunned because he didn't even sense her approach. Sung Jinwoo sighs, wondering what foolish idea crossed his mind. He plays it off, saying, "Oh, I just wandered in here by accident, nothing more." Cha Hyen warns him this is the boss room, he should stay away as it affects everyone else. Truly. She's no ordinary hunter. She spotted the knife in Sung Jinwoo's hand earlier, but now it's gone pure magic. Since he apologized, she lets it slide. She urges him to head outside, warning that provoking the boss now could wipe out the entire mining team. As he passes her, she suddenly calls him back. Cha Hyen rushes over, sniffing around, startling Sung Jinwoo completely. She notices the young man has no foul odor at all. In fact, he smells fresh and pleasant, but she's too embarrassed to say it. After checking his hunter ID, she learns he's Sung Jinwoo, a rank-E hunter. Hyen just advises him to be careful on his way and lets him go. In her thoughts, she wonders if it's because he's so low rank that he has no scent. Back with his team, Sung Jinwoo mentions how he got lost and ran into Cha Hyen. Everyone calls it lucky, as they've only ever seen her from afar. She rarely takes breaks, always patrolling to keep them safe, so she's beloved by many. She's so young, yet so cautious. Also, Hyen hates the smell of other hunters, stemming from her unique traits, so she always uses scented cloths to cover her nose. Sung Jinwoo hears this and reflects on her sniffing him earlier, realizing he has no odor like others because he's been chosen by the system, much like the Demon King in the Red Gate said. He's not truly human. By afternoon, the work wraps up, and Sung Jinwoo gets his pay. The old man praises him for his strength. Thanks to that, Their team finished faster than the collection squad. He even tries to lure Sung Jin-woo for long-term work with great pay, but gets turned down. Not pushing it, he just hopes Sung Jin-woo will join for another day, as tomorrow brings raids on both A and C gates. Sung Jin-woo picks up on something and asks. Turns out the second strike team will deploy. This is the Hunters Guild power that no other domestic guild can match. Sending the second team to raid an A-rank gate shows they have a ton of talent. That night, Cha-hyun unexpectedly asks someone to investigate Sung Jin-woo. The person on the line says Choi Jong-in requested the same. However, the info is under wraps for now. Hearing that, she's even more surprised because it's the first time a rank E hunter has been shielded by the association. Lying in bed, she pieces together all the details on Sung Jin-woo. First, his freedom in the dungeon, then being assigned by Choi Jong-in, plus the association locking his file sit, all points to him being far from ordinary. Especially how he gives off that enchanting scent, drawing her in like a gentle breeze. The next day, Sung Jin-woo shows up for work, lifting everyone's spirits with greetings all around. This reminds him of old times, so he smiles. In a great mood, he dives into the dungeon, smashing away like a machine. Thanks to that, the team gets more breaks. Next up, they wait for the A-rank team to return. Then, a guy named Son Ki-hoon approaches, needing someone to handle gear transport since his side is short-handed, so he's asking for help. The others are scared to enter the A-rank gate, but Sung Jin-woo volunteers, as he's been eager for it. They try to stop him, but can't, since he feels drawn to their team. Their group is much larger than yesterday's, especially with 6 A-rank hunters and 3 B-ranks. No S-rank, but that's still impressive compared to other guilds. They march in confidently, as this gate is rated weaker than Cha-hyun's raid. Inside, Sung Jin-woo senses the magic is lighter than the other dungeon. Suddenly, an uneasy feeling hits him, like back at the red gate. A woman in the team chats with him to ease his tension. She says the other hunters are top-notch, so as long as no one acts recklessly, they'll be fine. Ki-hoon is determined to finish this raid to get their team approved. The moment they detect enemies, everyone gears up for battle without a word, surprising Sung Jin-woo because this team is full of elites. Their foes are wolves that aren't too tough, and they coordinate seamlessly to take them down. The weird part is, these creatures are only C-rank, yet this is an A-rank gate. Sung Jin-woo notices they're wearing collars, meaning they're being raised by someone for a purpose. So, his bad feeling was spot on. Then, a pack of orcs appears, huge ones. Instantly, one hurls a spear at the leader, shocking him badly. He blocks it, but the force is massive. Chaos erupts as they clash, but the hunters are at a disadvantage. Their skills barely work on these foes, as the orcs have bodies immune to magic damage. The mage girl tries binding one with spells, but it only holds for seconds. Her teammate summons 2 fire warriors for backup that's his ace, draining his magic fast. Yet, even one orc blocks the fire beings. The martial artist in the team is skilled, but the enemies overwhelm her numbers and quickly take her down. The healer works overtime. Seeing things go south, as these orcs rival A-rank hunters, the B-ranks are getting crushed. Soon, one loses an arm, but it's healed right away. However, the healer is targeted next. With no choice, Sung Jin-woo uses stealth to intervene, taking out the orcs. The healer is stunned watching 2 orcs suddenly lose their heads. He keeps it subtle, just weakening the foes so the team can finish them. Noticing the orcs acting strangely, Sung Jin-woo wonders what's happening. Skillfully staying hidden, he turns the tide, leading the hunters to victory. Luckily, no more injuries. The healer mentions something odd during the fight. The leader knows and asks if the curvy mage did it. She denies it, saying she only uses attack spells and a few others. The others claim innocence too. Only the black-clad girl realizes the silent helper was Sung Jin-woo. She felt someone using stealth skills. None in their team has that ability, so it must be the mysterious rank E. Since they were saved, she speaks up for him, saying whatever the reason, a win is a win, shifting everyone's focus away from probing, calling it sheer luck. She senses Sung Jin-woo is guiding them all subtly. Though curious, she respects his reasons and lets it go, considerate even. Some ask if the leader wants to continue, as it's too risky. They think they need 2 or 3 more healers to make it. Everyone knows this is huge for Ki-hoon, but safety comes first. He hesitates, making it feel like he doesn't want to quit. He's likely set on pushing forward, just like before. But Kyun is wise, not greedy, and agrees to pull the team back for now, to plan later. Hearing that, everyone is relieved, as forcing them on would be disastrous. He says he's not foolish enough to throw everyone into danger. The goal is important, but without lives it's pointless. However, as they try to leave the gate, they find it sealed. This barrier is incredibly strong, even their mages together can't break it. The black-clad girl thinks silently, good thing they chose to retreat, or that advanced magic user would have sent them all to their ancestors. Then, a terrifying magic surge threatens them all. This fluctuation is so intense that even B-rank hunters feel it, but oddly, no one outside does. The three mages are hit with a curse trying to dispel the barrier. Turning around, they're even more shocked to see a full orc army waiting, all armed to the teeth. Armed to the teeth. The orc leader steps forward, so Kyun greets him, knowing a fight now means death for all. Talking is the smart move. The creature, borrowed by the dungeon lord, delivers a message to the group. He introduces himself as Kago and demands to meet them all. Asking if they want to go, Kyun questions if he's blocked their escape. Realizing it's true, he learns this one is the great orc shaman of the noble clan. Kyun asks if anyone here is stronger than him, and gets laughed at. They have two choices: get killed by his troops right here, or come for an audience. Naturally, the leader picks the peaceful route and agrees to follow. He pins his hopes on Sung Jin-woo, whispering that when they see the boss they'll all attack, and he should use that chance to escape outside. Surely the boss can't maintain the barrier while fighting them. Contacting the main team, he asks if they're really planning to die here. They're all ready for it. Their goal isn't just survival, it's to seal the gate. Sung Jin-woo realizes this team is nothing like the ones they've faced before. The healer asks Sung Jin-woo to deliver her last words to her family. They'll fulfill their mission to the end, but he shouldn't die here. So, she hopes he lives and gets out. Yoon's father searches for Sung Jin-woo but can't find him. The mining uncle asks why she's here, since today's her day off. The girl wants to know where the rank E young man is. He says he's inside the dungeon hauling gear. Meanwhile, the A-rank team enters Kagan's lair. There are thousands of soldiers like this. Fighting would be endless. He greets them, saying they've finally arrived. The healer pleads with Sung Jin-woo to carry her final message to her family. They'll see this mission through to their last breath, but he's different and shouldn't perish here. So, she urges him to survive and escape. Kyun's father searches for Sung Jin-woo but finds nothing. The mining uncle wonders why she's here on her day off. The girl is eager to locate the rank E young man. He tells her Sung Jin-woo went into the dungeon to handle supplies. Now, the A-rank team has entered Kagan's domain, facing thousands of these soldiers, no chance in a fight. He welcomes them, noting they've finally come.